Welcome all to another live broadcast here for the STB Racing League, where tonight we're going to be hosting the Tier 3 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, of course. We just had the Tier 2 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix yesterday, and the Tier 1 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix on Monday. This is the last race that will be occurring in Tier 3 this week, obviously. The last race around Saudi Arabia is what I mean. You'll notice that I'm a different commentator from last week. I just missed last week, unfortunately. This week we're back. We're here. There's no co-commentator beside me, so I don't have to welcome no STB Maldi. It is just me, Silent Pistol, purely on the commentary. And so far, there's been a bit of a domination, is there? There's been a little bit of a domination here, it seems. This geezer and the Racing Bull would definitely be... You're looking around near the top of Tier 2 with this lap. I mean... Oh, maybe not. I mean, maybe Maldi's just messed up the recruitment, which he typically doesn't do, and he hasn't done so far this season. So it would be a shame if he has done... in this case, in the scenario. So either we'll see an absolute masterclass from this fellow over here in the Racing Bull, maybe we'll see the McLaren battling with said Racing Bull, or maybe we'll just see just nothing. Nothing happens whatsoever the entire race, which never happens in Saudi Arabia, and nevertheless in STB itself. So, Mohammed Akun is going to be going around the Sector 2 as we're going to be trying to spectate on the Ferrari, going around this right-hander and out to the left here. Edouard 09, new drivers here. There's been a lot of new drivers entering Tier 3 as of late. Particularly this fella here in the McLaren, who is of course up there with a 28.7, and Mohammed Akun here with the 29 dead. He's not a new driver. He's been in for quite a little while actually, and he's just set sailing on his lap here, the Ferrari, trying to pound in a good lap time. I mean, he'd have to improve by around 0.6 though to even rival the geezer in the Racing Bull's lap. He's going to be trying to go for another lap here. If he can improve on his lap, I'd be very, very, very surprised. But Mohammed Akun, can he get himself in a situation here to try and rival some of these lap times? Edouard. Charlie with an invalidated lap time. JMO. Looks like he might not be on the pace particularly tonight. 29.2. Yet again, though, he's only had 2 pole positions in a very long career, standout career here in STB. Not particularly won any titles, but nevertheless, he has bloody hell. He has been with us for a while, and I sincerely hope my former rival in Tier 3 will be getting himself some points here, although he has invalidated on his lap time. We're going to look over to Mohammed Akun, who has invalidated his lap time as well. Edouard 09 will either be oh no! He spun round. Jamie, yeah, like I said, he's not doing anything. Kyriakidis is going to be going onto this lap here, the Ferrari. His fellow teammates in P3, starting in those in that podium positions, and the Ferrari will be going around the last turn shortly to try and get himself in. I'd be aiming for at least the top 5 for the Ferrari. That would be a nice point to be at in a very tricky Saudi Arabia race. But this race just changes a whole ton of the time. So no matter what happens here in this qualifying session, things will change significantly. And that's just the fact. That's just the case of driving. It's the case of driving in Saudi Arabia. It's the case of driving in Tier 3 STB. It's why, you know, I got pole position because I was a bit too quick for this tier, but I did get a pole position quite a couple of, I think I did I think I got pole. I think this is no exaggeration. I think I got pole in every single short qualifying session. There was one sprint qualifying where I got 6th. Other than that, every single short quality I've done, I in tier 3, I got pole. So, you know, this fella's area where he is right now, I'm very familiar with. It's not a comfortable area. Even though you know, your pole position is the best chance of you winning a Grand Prix, as you know, you look like the best chance of winning this Grand Prix. It's not certain. It's never certain, and he has to understand that as soon as we go into this Grand Prix. But the Polishman in that Visa Cash App is at P1 to start the Grand Prix. The McLaren in P2 with Mohammed Kun in P3. Edward in P4. Kyriakidis in P5. Charlie in P6. JM in P7. DJ Danny in P8. Kuzi, Sinan, Perillo, Castellanos, and so on and so forth will be greeting us into this Grand Prix. Here we go. Let's have a gander. Let's have a look at what the drivers can do. We will have a little formation lap. Oh, I just need to sort something else. So the formation lap will commence, and of course these drivers will be hoping to get themselves some good points on the board, try and keep in a little battle they may have for P1. And of course if they can do that, then it's absolutely fantastic for them. But you know, races are not, they're not defined in tier 3 by just a second race, and I think everyone knows that. It's all about giving yourself an advantage here. That's all you're looking for. You're looking for an advantage very early on in a season, and you know, I don't really want to pronounce this guy's name because of course I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Polish, and of course, you know, I understand some people get a bit annoyed and offended by when people mispronounce their names on commentary. So yeah, we'll see what this guy can do in the racing laws. What I'm going to say for a lot of this Grand Prix. We've already seen in the qualifying session though how well he can be with that 28.4, I think it was. So definitely a standout over one lap across the rest of the grid, but will that translate into race pace? Will he be consistent enough? Those are the questions that need to be answered. As well as that, this top 3, the Ferrari, McLaren, Racing Bull, an unlikely top 3 to witness in real life. But you know, that's just what happens in F1 24. You get these unlikely scenarios. It's why we love the game so much, and it's why we love watching these drivers race so much. DJ Danny, though, it's important to highlight this man. He did win the Tier 3 Grand Prix in Bahrain, which was last week today. Had a fantastic performance, finished P1 on the grid. It was lovely from DJ Danny. It is notable here to say, not had a great qualifying session in Saudi Arabia. It seems like a lot of people who are good at some tracks just hate Saudi, and there's just some people who are not good at other tracks that love Saudi, and they do well in it. Will that standout be apparent as we watch this Grand Prix commence? We will find out very, very shortly. Here we go then. It is 5 red lights. Green light, go, go, go. We go racing it in Saudi Arabia. Tier 3, and oh no! Big crash! Massive crash! And it looks like the McLaren's already sped off into a wall, and he's crashed with a front wing damage. He's going to have to instantly go into the pit lane right off the start of the Grand Prix. It's the worst start you could be hoping for, you could be wishing for, and he's just wished it, and it's just happened. Horrid start, but for Mohammed here in P2, it's an absolute delight. He gains a free position almost romantically, just being given it right off the bat, but it looks like his teammates have suffered the same fate as he's just gone round here, suffering yet again front wing damage. The Ferrari's got to try and regroup himself as well and get himself back on track. It's just the early chaos that happens very regularly here in STB Tier 3, as now Jamo's entered top 5 territory. Now, worth noting here, softs do not go far at all in this Grand Prix. So, this Polishman might have absolutely messed up his strategy, which could lead him going into the pit lane very, very early, which could lead to him being knocked over by a better strategy. And this is what I'm saying, strategy, race pace. It's more important than quali pace. Luckily I have both, but, not to brag, but to brag, I have both. But if you don't have, if you don't have one without the other, it's kind of like bread and soup. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have bread with your soup, you're a bit weird. If you don't have soup with your bread, you're a bit weird. So, you got to keep them balanced. And if you have small bread with a large bit of soup, it's not good. But if you have small soup with a large bit of bread, it's also not good. You need to find that balance. You know what I mean? Weird analogy. But it's the balance you need to find. It's the balance that you need to get. It's the balance that you need to correct. And it just looks like he hasn't really corrected that. Mohammed, on the other hand, though, he's on the correct strategy. So it looks very much likely that Mohammed will be winning this Grand Prix as of now. Of course, there's 23 laps to adventure in this Grand Prix, so wild and unlikely things will happen and will occur in this Grand Prix. There is no rushing and saying you're definitely going to win because you've done this, you've done that. This is just not going to happen. This goes for the same thing with Edouard in P3 as well, and Castellanos in P7. These 3 drivers will be boxing very, very early. You'll see that off the bat. And 3 other drivers that are boxed very, very early as well. The Ferrari in Kyriakidis. I'm not going to pronounce these names unless Meldy's told me how else to pronounce them. And it looks like this might be a quit for Kyriakidis. Or is he actually going to box? He is. He's just got a 10th. No, he's gone. Charlie as well, boxing very early, which is unfortunate for him as well. He's going to be right at the back of the pack, like I was in Tier 2, actually. Yesterday, I got a little collision into Turn 2. I went round, and it wasn't a fantastic start by any stretch of the imagination. Luckily, though, you got 22 laps, 23 laps to go, and on the 3rd lap, it looks like Mohammed's going to look for the move on the Polishman here. Around the outside, the Ferrari's going to look to go. Now down the inside, can he get the better grip? Better exit. Can he complete the move? No, it looks like the Polishman will come right back at him in a dangerous, tricky turn to go side by side. It looks like he will leave the Ferrari, and Mohammed will have to stay behind for another lap. But this does show the eagerness of Mohammed to try and get at this Visa Cash App Racing Ball, and that's exactly what you need to have: the hunger, the desire, very early on in a Grand Prix to intimidate, your rival in that race, and that's what Mohammed's doing right now. On the other hand, Jamie's got a lot to try and catch up to these guys up in the podium positions. He's definitely going to be in favour as one of these top 3 contenders, because especially with this strategy from the Polish, from the Mercedes, definitely going to be a bit of a weird one for him. Jamo, right now it looks like it's going to be Mohammed P1, Jamo P2, Uzi P3. That's just how it looks like right now. But it looks like there is some action I'm missing here. DJ Danny has been overtaken here by Ali Leclerc, and Ali Leclerc is going to try and get the better exit here on the exit of this turn. Will he do so though, as Danny tries to come back at him? They do make a little bit of contact going down the back straight as we enter the last turn of the Grand Prix, and it looks like he's going to go. He's going to bait going on. He's going to bait going down the inside on that Sauber, and yeah, he backs out of that. It's a clean overtake though for Mohammed for P1 in this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, and it looks like already maybe that tyre wear is just starting to kick in here for the Polishman, as he does wobble on the exit of that turn. As well as that, yeah, it does look like it does look like that he might be suffering from some grip, because he is not performing well in this section. And Danny's out the Grand Prix, and that's a virtual safety car. An early DNF from the winner of Bahrain. He's absolutely smacked it into the wall, I reckon. That inside wall, so tricky to deal with. Thank the Lord I was able to deal with it in Tier 2. But, yeah, you got to sympathise with Danny there a little bit, you know. He has the race pace. Well, does he? Well, he's consistent. Just not consistent on this matter. And JMO is going to be looking in prime position to try and gain points on a potential championship rival. So he'll be very eager to try and get on this action here, try and get on something. And trying to complete the ensemble of a luxury of points. If you're the sufferers right now, you have to box. You will hopefully get a little bit less time knocked off. And it's just worth boxing now. I've got to watch these two boxers, see if they cut the pit lane entry. He doesn't box, and he doesn't box. That is brave. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that for free, love. That is brave. That is a... Oh my word, that is horrid. That is a horrid voice crack. Jesus Christ. That lasted like 5 seconds. Hold that. Sorry, here we go though. The punishment shuts me up with my voice crack and starts cracking on the defence of Mohammed as he goes round the outside of that right-hander. Had a perfect exit off of that VSC. And now he'll be looking to try and capitalise, maybe even create a gap before he boxes to Mohammed. It'll be difficult to do, but if he can do it, it puts him in prime position to try and gain as much time on Mohammed as he possibly can. Now, it looks like this grid's a little bit sparse out. You've got Ali Leclerc on the back of Pirillo, who is in P8, which, to be fair for Pirillo, is quite a good position to be at. He's not typically a driver you're used to seeing score points, let alone be P8. But, you know, there has been warnings and hints of Pirillo improving over these years. Well, not years, actually. Just one season. It's this season. He's been doing quite well this season. And, you know, he used to be my teammate. He used to be my teammate. F123, me and Pirillo in the Haas car, we were doing awful. But do you know what? That didn't matter. Because he's Pirillo. You know, he is a staple bit of culture in the STB Tier 3 lobbies. And now, as we drive around the extreme culture of Saudi Arabia, Mohammed will be going side by side with the Polishman, and he completes an easy overtake, to say the least. Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. He gets the overtake for P1. And Sant with Avni okay here, and oh no, it ends in a car crash. Quite literally and figuratively. Pirillo gonna look for maybe a little switch back here, or maybe he's thinking tactically. Just letting go this Angel Leclerc as he's got better tyres, or maybe he just broke early at the turn and he was just awful. Who knows? Who cares? The Perishman is now a second behind Mohammed. Mohammed is now pulling away. This is what I'm saying. You should have boxed a lap or two ago. You put on the wrong strategy. You had to sort it. You had to go on these hard set compound tyres. And if these two continue to go on these soft tyres for another, what, 4 laps, if they're looking to go soft and medium, which is a very, very, very bold move to go, Jamie's going to catch up easily. You know, he's not idiot. He's not idiot. He's not an idiot. He knows how to drive. He knows how to control a car. He knows how to go through corners. He knows how to manage his tyres. He will be able to catch up to these two just ahead of him. It'll be very easy for him. And it'll be simple. Quick as a flash. Just like that. JMO, bang, you're P2, mate. Done dusted. And that is critical points. That is just being whipped away. Not a great choice of words. That's being slicked away. Licked away. Broken away. Dissolved away. Whatever you want to say. It's away. It's gone. Like, you know, oh no, it's gone, you know. It's gone away, it's gone away. But JMO, nevertheless, we'll pursuit on. That's how you say it. We'll pursuit on. Never mind my stupid way of saying words like a politician. He will still be able to to persevere. That's how you say it. There we go. We're back in the groove of commentating, folks. Left-hander here for Pirlo, and he's able to clear it. Castellanos had a little bit more problems and a little bit more issues as we see another hint of that soft damage wearing in quite quickly. And now, it is to be said, if Mohamed does go on softs... Oh, that's not good for you, pal. If he does go on softs, you know, around lap, what, 15, 18, where he's expecting to do it, it's not good for him. I mean, if you're on mediums, if you want to go for a big undercut, you go now. If you want to go for just a cheeky undercut, you go 8. If you don't want to go for an undercut at all, you go 9. That's what you do. So either he wants to go for a big undercut here, which is very, very impactful on Saudi Arabia. I'd recommend doing that if I was Mohamed right now. Especially since his two rivals at the top have got god-awful tyre wear. Definitely do that at the moment. And especially because, I mean, J-Mo, this is perfect opportunity for J-Mo to box as well for hards. This would be perfect for him to box for hards. I think he's realised that and he's not done it. Oh, wow. And these medium drivers want to do it. I mean, not in that way. Christ alive. But, you know what I mean? Whoa, Pirlo at the inside here of Castellanos. We've got a bit of action here, folks. Ali Leclerc gonna look for the move. You've got a little bit of a DRS train going with 3 drivers. Castellanos been trying to go for the move on Pirlo. Up the inside, Pirlo goes. Around the outside, Pirlo goes. Can he keep the position? He's been forced off a little bit there. And it looks like Ali Leclerc will be able to come through for an easy position on Castellanos, as he does make that vital mistake on going side by side with Pirlo. He remains his P7, that will most likely be checked for stewarding after this race is done and dusted. We'll see what we have to say to that one. In my opinion, it is a little bit of aggressive from both sides. I mean, Castellanos had a poor side by side action with Pirlo giving into that turn. And now I'm recommending more than most now. Mohamed, if he goes for hards here, he's doing beautiful. He's doing great. You're a J-Mo as well. Do it, J-Mo. Just go into the pits, like you know you want to. Christ, it is nerve-wracking. You know, watching these tier 3 drivers when, you know, not to speak down on them, but you know what you do in the situation, but they just, well, they don't know what to do, but they don't know what's best for them. You know what I mean? It's a you know, it's a bit like, you know, watching a friend of yours wither away. You know what's best for them, but they don't. And it looks like the Polishman is in the box, and after 8 laps on those tyres, he's done. He's going to go for hards now. If he's not going for hards, he's an idiota. He's gone for mediums. I didn't mean it, mate. I did not mean it, mate. I did not mean it, mate. You know, you are a smart, intelligent man. But the teammate of Kuzi, Edward. He's got a time penalty. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and Starlo joins back in the session. It looks like Jimmer went off there. It is very important to also highlight the extreme concern with penalties. It's very, very likely to get a penalty at almost every turn in this track. It is extremely difficult to stay on track for the majority of the race. That's why I got a 3 seconds on my race yesterday. I'm hopefully getting that removed. But, I mean, look, the rules here in STB, they're very, very, very loose when it comes to penalties. If you've got a penalty and you slow down, we will remove the warning. If you get a warning and you just lose time without slowing down, you'll get it removed. Because the whole idea, the whole basis of a warning is you gain an advantage off the track. If you don't gain an advantage at all, what's the point of having the warning? You might as well get it removed. It's a bit like, you know, if you get your lap time validated from hitting a wall in Monaco and you didn't even gain time. You know what I mean? That's a type of, like, area we're looking for here. That's the type of pen removal we have in STB. And if you'd like to explore that, you know, loose negotiations with time penalties, and you can come on and join the league, as the Polishman will be joining the top 5 slots as he overtakes Sinan into that first corner. Ali Leclerc, were you looking to do the same thing on Pirlo, as Pirlo breaks late to defend the potential overtake? And Pirlo starting these hards. He had the same strategy as Starfix 99 last night, so he's done his research. But yeah, J-Mo it's boxed now. You know what I mean? You missed your opportunity like 2 laps ago. You might as well just do it now, mate. I think it actually says on the actual thing, 11 laps is when you need to box. So I'll be assuming he'll go in for the box now. But because in Saudi Arabia the undercut is very... Oh, no, J-Man. Because the undercut is very, very big. 2 laps under, 3 laps under even. Because the hard tyres can go in a substantial amount. You should be going for that type of area. Unfortunately, J-Man just hasn't gone for that. And if he did go for that, I guarantee you when Mohammed would have boxed, if he was on hards right now about 3 laps earlier, if Mohammed boxes right now, he's like 5 seconds ahead. It's just a shame that he didn't think of that. Or maybe he did think of that and he just decided to bin it off. Now's your chance, J-Man, mate. He's still staying out. You are not looking good on these tyres now. Go in. Go in. You beauty! You haven't cut the pit lane as well. That's another big thing. Pit lane is very, very crucial by our standards. You cannot be cutting it on the entry or exit. That's something that we missed out last week. Well, I missed out last week. Exiting the pit lane is something you need to be good at. Otherwise, it's not looking good for you, bruv. I am just saying, though, as well. Like, Mohammed, if he is thinking about a medium-soft strategy, it's not worth it, pal. You've seen how much these soft tyres deteriorate, really. You just don't do it. Don't do it. J-Man now, he's on the back of Pirello. This is the... Well, to be fair, a season ago, you're saying this is the worst place for Pirello to be for J-Man to be right now, stuck behind a driver who's significantly slower. Now, Pirello's slow, but he's not significantly slow now. J-Man will be looking for the overtake here. He should be using his ERS right now. He should be using his ERS right now. He should be using his ERS right now. He's going to wait for the straight. To be fair, probably a better decision, but you could, with 98%, you could have easily defended it on the straight as well, J-Man. He took the break early here as well, J-Man, mate, so you be careful for that. Yeah, he didn't really. That was a good turn from J-Man. Right, J-Man will be past Pirello by the end of this straight. I don't know how much time that would have cost him, and if Mohammed goes into the box now, as Sant crashes, which I've just previously skimmed over. Oh, Mohammed! Clip it, folks. Mohammed has unfortunately cut the pit lane entry. It's a shame for the lads. Is this fella going to do the same? Oh, he was on edge there. He was on edge there, Kuzi, but he managed to keep it cool, calm, collected. But Mohammed, he's going to get 5 sets for that. And I know it might seem tedious, might seem stupid, might seem, you know, dumb. But that's just the rules we have here. You know, rules are rules. You can't change the rules, pal. I don't know if he just decided to bin that off as well, by the way. Completely just disregarded that. It looks like everyone's boxed now. And Mohammed has gone out by... Oh, no. That is a long way away. It looks like Pirello's on a great... This is what I'm saying, though. You boxed 3 laps earlier than that, JMO, and you're banging. Well, he's not banging anymore, unfortunately. But Mohammed will get 5 seconds, so right now he's still not overtaken because he's 8 seconds behind. Oh, no. And by the way, how is Mohammed behind the postman? Well, to be fair, at the end of the race, those meanings will wear off, so he'll be fine. But that's a substantial amount. I literally said before, you know, soft medium, you don't want to do that. It's not going to do well for your race. Here, with this punishment, he's doing blooming well. I liked like Robert Lewandowski. Banging in the goals, banging in good strategies when I didn't even realise they were good strategies. And now he's P1 by a good amount. Yeah, he's going to be worse aware in a couple of laps time, if that 10. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Also, Jimmy, mate, you have got Anthony OK behind you, pal, so you might want to just, like, make sure he doesn't try and overtake you, because that would not be good. Would not be given. You're alright, mate. Pirello, you're alright, mate. Pretty much the only people that need to book is not F1 Xant, but I'm not really going to look at F1 Xant and say, you know, that's a 5 set because there's no point. But if I'm Jamie right here, I'm really thinking get a bloomin' crack on, mate. Not up your nose, but just on the track. Just do something. You need to go quicker. You need to find that extra gear, JMO, and try and get at this, because this is a golden chance at trying to get some points. Maldi's not here, who is second in the driver standings. The The person in P1, DJ Danny, is out the Grand Prix. It's 3 points. It's given to you on a platter. Just go quick. That's my rant over. That's my rant over. No, it's not. Just go quicker, Jamie. Just go quicker. I'm done. Anyways, as we looked at me, just go quicker, Jamie, mate. You know what I mean? Come on now. And really, there's nothing really to look at here other than Avenue K getting towed along by the man, the myth, the legend, J-Mo himself, who was just ranting about literally 2 seconds ago. We'll see what happens with Avenue K's attempted overtake in a minute. Is he going to go in the box? No, he's with a DRS. Overtake mode, and that's the overtake done for Avenue K. And look, I know it's not ideal for J-Mo considering he's got 13 laps less tyres. More 10 laps more wear tyres. But if he can just tow along with a bit of DRS here and there, he'll catch up to Edward. There's no doubt about that, he'll catch up to Edward. But pretty much for this to be an entertaining race now, you kind of need a safety car. That's the type we're looking at here. It's not looking a very entertaining Grand Prix. But you know, it is what it is, lads. And oh my word, you can see how slow Pirello is going here. To be fair, the fact Pirello's P6, you just need to give a round of applause, man. Because, I mean, you're not thinking of who's going to be P6. But, like, he's gotten better, you know what I mean? Like, props to Pirello, man. You know, before, he was just a geezer who liked to smoke a cigarette before a Brazilian Grand Prix. And now, look at him. He's high-flying. If there was a Tier 4, he would win it. That is something I don't think I'd ever say in my life. But if there was a Tier 4, he would win it comfortably. Do you want to know why? Because he's sick, mate. And James, my word! I cannot believe it. He's got a 3 sec. The one thing, J-Mo, you should not do in this situation, get a 3 sec. He's going to finish like P7, and that's just not going to do anything for him in this title charge. But there you go, I guess you could... Oh, F1 X has gone. That might be a safety car, a safety car, a safety car is out on the track. Safety car is out on the track. Stay out. No box. No box, no box. I mean, unless Mohammed wants to absolutely mess this up, and maybe the Policeman wants to mess it up, you don't box here. You don't box for medium, you don't box for hard, you don't box for anything. You just stay there. I mean, to be fair, for Anthony, okay, this is banging. And for Pirello, this is banging. You know, they're going to get some significant time they would have lost earlier. They're going to keep the same. Pirello's gone on to mediums. It's the perfect strategy for him. Well done, Pirello. Avenue K, he's going to be able to box mediums. He's going to be like around P7 now. That is a lovely job, because not even P7, not even P7, P6. See how mental that is? That's lovely for him. Absolutely lovely for the lad. Sinan. But yeah, I think I said a second ago, we need a safety car to make this race interesting. What have we got now, folks? What have we got now? We've got la safety car. Oh no! That is the wrong... I wasn't even looking. That is the wrong decision. By a mile. Oh no, Edward's done the same. J-Mo, don't you dare, no. To be fair, it's not the right decision actually. Actually, yeah, you probably go on mediums here. You're gonna lose quite a little bit. Anthony's on softs, bloody hell, and he's got front wing damage, bloody hell. That's not gonna bode well for him. Yeah, maybe going on mediums is the right thing. I don't know if J-Mo... Oh, he's cut the exit. J-Mo, if anyone clips that, and he's done and dusted. He's done and dusted. Do you know what I mean? Like that man right there, he's done and dusted, pal. Yeah, not giving. But any. What's going on outside? There's some planes trying to land in my area. Don't know what they're doing. Anywho, anyhow, with a unibrow. Never said that before, but that kind of banged. Mohammed Khan, which I mispronounced earlier. I hope you don't get taken down for it. I don't think we will. So to be fair, it's a common mistake, as he says, sipping his water with a shaking hand. But no, Mohammed P1, 4 laps more than the Polishman P2, Edward P3, JMO P4, and so on and so forth. If just JMO wasn't an idiot getting a 3 second, he'd be alright. He'd be fine. He'd be dandling along with his little Williams racing material. It'd be absolutely banging. But no, he scored that 3 seconds. He's going to get potentially a penalty after the Grand Prix. I'm going to just... Yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to go get some food whilst I'm going to watch the rest of this Grand Prix. And I recommend you all do the same as well. Get like a sandwich or something down you. You know what I mean? Watch some Saudi Arabia action with some food beside you. Get some Saudi Arabian food. I don't even know what they eat. But, you know, whatever they eat over there, I bet you it's amazing. Hopefully. Oh no, they have to, like... Oh, that's in Dubai. No, that's United Arab... No, that's... No, I'm thinking of something else. Anyways. Anywho, I'm going to get some food. You do the same. We'll meet up in a second. We're back. Right. Food's done, me. Let's hope we get a little bit of action going then, lads, eh? Oh, Mama's gone. Sorry, this is going to be quite a little bit more limited commentary as I am eating something very important. Not a great start for the postman. Nor demo. Pretty much there's no positions going to be changed. So never mind. Down the inside goes Castellanos. And on the outside. There we go. Down the inside goes the Mercedes of the Sauber here, and he's got him cleared. Lovely manoeuvre there from Hussein Uzi. That's how I'm going to say it. I do apologise if that's wrong. Oh, big cut there. Big cut there. Alright, we go around the outside and inside. Charlie, that'd be okay. Sending it point from Castellanos here, and both of them clear him. Here we go. The Racing Bull is leading this Grand Prix by quite well. I mean, I'm going to overtake with Mohammed and Ahmed, so I do apologise for that. I'm sure it was very flattering. But yeah, well, the good news is for JMO is he has got a gap behind him, which, if he can increase to 3 seconds, gives him a bit of immunity to finish P4, and that is without saying, you know, him doing a little bit of a madness earlier and cutting the pit lane. On I think both the entry and exit, I'm not too sure. It could be a collection of 10 seconds, if I'm honest with you, mate. It just depends how the drivers are feeling. If they're feeling ruthless, if they're feeling very much like annoying little people, they will be doing that. If not, it's all love. I'm trying to find my phone here. Can my phone please be found? Can I find my phone, please? No? Are we playing this? Oh, there we go. I found it. Right. So here we go. Here's JMO. Getting on a little bit of the attack here. He's going to go on the right hand side, and he's going to go around the outside of Edward. He's got the maneuver. JMO! Oh, JMO! Literally 2 seconds after he got an overtake. He's messed it up. And I'll be honest with you here, I think this is just going to be this man for the little victory here, this Racing Bull. JMO, pal. What could have been, what should have been. And Mohammed, he's going to have to follow after him. Try and keep a gap here, but I don't think it's going to be sufficient enough for any damage to happen. Here's Kuzi though, round the outside of Pirlo, and now the inside, a little bit of pushing off there. And here comes Mr. McLaren, and here comes the Aston Martin, and here comes another, oh no, big crash, massive crash. What's happened? They're both on the back of the grid. I don't know what I'm seeing. All I'm seeing is Pirlo's P6, side by side here, potentially between Anthony OK and Charlie. No, never mind, Charlie backs out of the manoeuvre. There we go, Anthony OK. Inside lane for turn 1. Can he get a little bit more of a send? And there's JMO here with the overtake actually on Edward. And they're 3 seconds off the neck, JMO. What you? Oh my god, massive crash. Avenue K's round. Ali Leclerc's down. What's gone on there? I've missed that for JMO overtaking for 3 seconds behind P2, which is now a second behind P1. So love for that. And now, pretty much you've only got this to watch. Sanan is going to try and go for the manoeuvre. Here on Avenue, okay. And as you guys can watch that for a little tiny bit, actually, no, we'll look at JMO and Edward, see if they actually do something. We'll look at that for a little bit. I need to go back downstairs, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I'm back, and I'm back with the action here with Edward. As he gets the overtake on JMO once more. Little DRS simple overtake, and it's done. But yeah, it's looking like a pretty stale race now. With all these drivers. No, you can't bite. No, don't bite that. Do not bite that. Go away. What's he doing now? What's he doing now? Trying to get in the bin. What are you doing? Anyways. J-Mo around the outside. The left-hander. Yeah. I mean, necessarily all you're looking at here is just wait until the race ends. I mean, unless a bigger, massive crash happens or a massive mistake comes. Oh, J-Mo was a little bit anxious on the exit there. Just J-Mo, lad, why do you have to get that 3-second time penalty? No? You would have been so much better off without it. But do you know what you've done, mate? You've got it. It's J-Mo. And is that into the box? No, I was going to say. Oh, what is my cat doing? What you doing, mate? Okay, pick up. Oh, no! As if it couldn't get any worse for J-Mo. He's just taken out one of the driver. He's just absolutely clean sweep the driver. And that's definitely going to be reported. And he's definitely going to lose P3. Maybe even worse. He'll probably be P7 by then, after the Grand Prix. No, probably P5. Either way, he just can't be doing that, J-Mo. He's likely going to get 8 seconds of time penalties now by the end of this Grand Prix. Not even that. If someone reports him for 5 seconds for cutting the pit lane, that goes up to 13. Like, he could be out the points, bruv. I'm not even joking, bruv. What's the gap to the leader? Alright, 8. Oh my god, J-Mo, as it sounds right now, would actually be out the points. If someone were to report this, man, you go from P3 to out the Grand Prix. Done and dusted. Oh my word. And J-Mo, mate, you just cannot be doing it. Cannot be doing it, man. Ali Leclerc with the overtake on La McLaren out of the back. Edwardian era, but it's not the Edwardian era here in STB, because we live in the present day. Oh, I think he's just done that on purpose. I think he's just done that on purpose to get back at J-Mo. Either that or he's just rushed it on purpose because he's very frustrated. Yeah, that was entertaining, I guess. J-Mo's going to be absolutely livid with that, and Kuzi's going to be P3 in a Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Tier 3. I don't know what I'm seeing. I don't know what I'm seeing, but what I am seeing is P3 from potentially Kuzi. That is mental. Practically 2 laps left to go. This bloke's got it in the palm of his hands. Looks like Kuzi's actually slowing up a little bit here. J-Mo. It's going to be 1.5 seconds ahead potentially by the end of this turn. Yeah, he will be. So there you go for J-Mo. And he's got a little bit of get back over what's happened previously with Edward. And it looks like Kuzi, he's going to be almost taken out there by Edward. He's just almost sideswiped his own teammate, bruv. DLS overtake mood. And Kuzi down the inside, he absolutely lunges it, and he forces a little bit of a early breakage from Edward, which forces an even earlier lock up for Charlie, who now will storm through with an overtake, and will storm through on the inside here, and this will be the last lap of the Grand Prix. Now if all 3 of these guys take each other out, then J-Mo could be in the clear here. But that's unlikely. That's very unlikely. Unless they were to do it right here, right now. Maybe they go side by side right here, right now. Who knows? Who cares? I mean, for Kuzi, he doesn't really need to battle anybody. Just stay where you are, pal. and you'll be good as new, good as golden, good as a goose. Of course, you do have to potentially look at that gap between Kuzi and Charlie, because if that increases about 3 more tenths, he won't be getting any positions here. So he really needs to get a crack on with some DRS. He needs to let Edward go ahead of him with some DRS. I'm not joking here, because this could be really bad for the bad man. Really bad for the bad man. I think, yeah, he's currently 3 seconds behind JMO. JMO's been pulling off a gap, a fantastic gap, due to these tyres for Kuzi absolutely wearing out the end of this Grand Prix. But JMO will probably finish 3rd on track. But the man who will finish 1st on track, the Polishman, is absolutely stormed throughout this Tier 3 Grand Prix. And, my friends, it looks like the Polishman will come round that last turn to absolutely conquer the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. He gets the victory here in Saudi Arabia. 25 points on his debut race, I believe, here in Tier 3 and in STB on the board. It's absolutely lovely for the lad. He'll be cherishing that home as the 2 Mercedes will come across the line. And yes, Kuzi will finish 4th after just slowing a bit too much with JMO. Lovely race from that Racing Bull. And he has completed a great ensemble of driving. And it's lovely for the lad. It is really lovely for the lad. He will be loving that win, that victory, that dominance in such a tricky circuit. Avenue K is your driver of the day with a lovely photo. There you go then. That is the end of the Grand Prix. I don't know why he's doing that for. It's the leader though. JMO, 13 seconds he could be gone. So we have to take that into account. That means he'll be around 28 seconds. It would put him P10. He could get, if everybody like, if I'm saying this on stream, and you know, it could really do him in, because people will actually do it, which would be actually be kind of funny. I would laugh at it quite a lot. So do it. So yeah, if JMO had 13 second time penalties, which is very, 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 you know, on the cards here for cutting the pit lane on the entry and exit. I almost forgot to go down there. On entry and exit, he could get only a measly point over his rivals in the championship. That's all I'm saying, Marty. You know what I mean, Marty? Marty, I know you're watching the stream right now, Marty. I know you're watching the stream. Thank you all for watching the STB Tier 3 Grand Prix. We'll be back next week for, I don't know what track's next week, to be honest with you. I'm being quite frank. If we're being frank, if we're being Lampard here, I cannot tell you what the next race is going to be. I'll get it up now. It's Qatar. Lovely. So Qatar will be next week for Tier 3. If you don't want to watch Tier 3, you can watch Tier 1. And if you don't want to watch Tier 1, you can watch Tier 2. If you don't want to watch Tier 3, then you can watch Tier 3. But if you don't want to watch Tier 3, you can go to Tier 1, Tier 2, whatever. Don't care. Thank you all for watching. And we'll see you, hopefully, next week today, or Monday, or Tuesday. Bye for now.